welcome to the second part of the North Sea Fishing Trawler build, the Ross Jackal. If you watched the first half, you'll have seen I've got most of the hull complete. Fantastic. I had a little bit of trouble with the airbrush, but I think that's more down to me and understanding the pressures and the mixing of the paints and that. But I tell you what, it's come out all right, you know, fantastic. I didn't do this white line that goes across here. Bit beyond my skill level yet, but I might come back and revisit that once I get a bit better. But in this video, we're going to be concentrating on getting as much paint on the screws as I possibly can. There's loads of little parts in that, so I'm going to pick these off while they're on the sprue and that. Fantastic. I'm going to start with a full coat of white primer on everything. Then we're going to move on and concentrate on getting this area built up. Then in the third part, we're going to come back, put the front on, put all the rigging up and that, and hopefully we'll have a fantastic fishing trawler. So grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up. There's a lot to do, so let's get straight into it. Fantastic.
sharper than a harpoon. Daybreak distant, locked in this frothy monsoon. North Sea roars, it's a jagged beat to ride. Nets full of dreams cast off with the tide. Crews faces lined, tails carved in the brine. Every haul a gamble, life's game on the line. Sinister mock. Wind howls louder than a preacher's ticking clock. Sees a preacher whose sermon you can't outrun. Every crest hides a lesson, every through a sun. Lines with fierce crew, bounding kinship tight. Broken knuckles crunch harder than the bite. Boss man grim eyes each storm with a grin. Living off scales and spines, that eternal spin. North Sea roars, it's a jagged beat to ride. Nets full of dreams cast off with the tide. Crews faces lined, tails carved in the brine. Every haul a gamble, life's game on the line.
Drift with the tide, let the current decide. The moon's pale face pulling us wide. Haunted horizons, the sea's lullaby. A siren's whisper under the midnight sky.
Right, I think we'll leave this part of the video here. I've given it overnight to set off and that, so I can handle it a bit better. And I tell you what, it's come out looking all right, you know. I'm not a professional modeler, not by a long chalk, but I'm pretty pleased with this one. I struggled a lot to get this wheelhouse together. I don't know about these bottom parts. I don't know if they were bent or if it was just me, because I could get the top in, then the bottom wouldn't fit properly. But if I put the bottom on, the top wouldn't fit properly. But I've got it together the best I can in that. I used a bit of filler to try and neaten the edges up a bit, because these didn't line up properly in that. But it's fine. In the next video, I'm going to come back, I'm going to get the front end on. I'm going to give it all a coat of varnish before I start putting the rigging and that on. I've deliberately left this off so it's not swinging about when I'm building the front end and that, open that. We'll get the decals on and we'll finish it up and see what we'll come up with and that. So if you like the video, hit likes and hit subscribes. I'd like to thank everyone who subscribed off the back of the first part. I'm not really used to that many people watching my video, and that took us by a bit by surprise. But fantastic, I'm just a beginner modeler. I've been doing it about a year. And I'm just seeing how good I can get at it. And it's fantastic, I love it, I love it. It started with a Spitfire that my mate bought us, and I've been hooked ever since. So have a great week. Hopefully you'll join us in part 3 to see it come together and that. And fantastic. See you later.